Hey ladies, I first want to say that I enjoyed meeting you all very, very, very much. I had such a blast today in class. I wish, I didn't spend so much time trying to worry about the technology and we could have got more to the math, but I'm glad I was able to meet you and tell you a little bit about my story. And I just want you to remember that we all have a story. And I can't wait to hear how your story ends out. But I do have to say that as a teacher, I could not, leave a question. And so, Raven, you had a question about how to do, percents off. Like if you have a store for the jeans, $75 pair of jeans, and how much is it for like 15% off, and how to calculate that. And I told you that, I have a quite easy way to set it up, by using a proportion. And so I wanted to show you that. And I know that Mrs. Lee is going to also be demonstrating this in class. And I liked how we were able to do things differently and come up with, the same answer that allows students a different choice of which way is an easier way for them to figure it out. So I decided I'm going to record my way of showing how to do these types of problems, and then Mrs. Lee will, demonstrate another way if she does them differently. And Mrs. Lee, if you do something different, okay, I would love to see it because, again, you taught me something today, another method that I can use in my classroom as well. So, and hopefully, who knows, I will be part of, the Job Corps program and have my new classroom over there. Okay, so let's just take that $75 pair of jeans, okay? So let's say we have $75 pair of jeans, okay? Remember, you got to excuse the handwriting. I'm writing with a mouse. It's not that easy, right? And then it's 15% off. So it's 15% off, okay? This is what I like to do. Whenever I see, a percentage that I got to figure out, I'm always thinking in my head, if I got to break out paper, I will. Doesn't matter where I am. Or you can break out, like a program on your device, that allows you to have a blank piece of paper or to write on it, something, a drawing board, whatever, okay? So this is what I do, all right? So if I'm working with a percent, I know that means out of 100. Isn't that what we had said today? That's what Mrs. Lee was getting to at today, of how, fractions means out of 100, okay? So this side of my fractions, I'm going to keep as 100, and 100 will always be at the bottom. And anytime you see a percent, that goes on top of the 100, because this is the fraction version of 15%, okay? And now, what I'm trying to do is convert $75 and convert the 15%, okay? So the $75 is the total amount of the jeans, right? And the reason why I stress the word total is because, remember, this fraction has to equal this fraction. That's why we have it as an equal sign right there, right? So 100 is a total. The total price of the jeans is 75, right? So I put that on the bottom, okay? The question is, though, what is 15% equal to? So this is how we set it up. And perhaps you've seen it this way too. This is called a proportional relationship. And if you remember proportional relationships, or even if you don't, it still might jog a memory or two, right? Right. You use the cross, multiply, and divide method, right? What are the two numbers that you can multiply that are diagonal from each other? Not this, because x is not a number, right? It's a variable, right? But I know if I look diagonally the other way, I have a 15 and a 75. Those are the two numbers I will cross multiply. So, again, I'm using a calculator, girl, because you probably worked this out quicker than I can, so, oh, you. I'm going to go ahead and use a calculator. I'm sitting there, sorry, I'm looking at my dog. Got kind of distracting. So I got 15, right, times the 75.00, okay? So that gives me 1,125, okay? Probably can't see that, but it's 1,125. It's 15 times the $75. So 15 times 75.00. And then I'm going to take that number, okay, 15 times the 75, and you divide it by the last number that's available, which is the 100, okay? That's why we call it cross, multiply, divide. So if I divide it by 100, right, I get this for my answer. So I took that 1,125 and divided by 100, and it tells me that the answer is 11.25. So with this method, I have figured out that 15% of $75 is $11.25. See that? Okay? So that means when I go to the register to pay for these jeans, how much are the jeans going to cost me before tax, right? So now you know before you get to the register, you can figure out how much money you need to really have, at least the amount of money that you need to have before tax, okay? Because you just figured out 15% really is only just $11.25. So what you would do, of course, is take that original $75 and do what? Subtract the discount amount. And that's how much you're saving, okay? So I would take that and subtract the $11.25 to figure out how much these jeans really are. Again, I'm bad with the basic math, so I'm going to use a calculator. 75.00 minus 11.25. Bam! My answer is $63.75. 75 cents. Sorry, it's a little sloppy and unclear, but this is a sure-proof method of figuring out how much a percent is of something in order to make sure you can do right tips, you can do add on the amount of tax already before you even get to the register, and of course making sure that we don't go negative into the bank account, which I tended to do a lot before I understood the math. Okay, so I'm going to do another example again. Okay, and this is a worksheet that I've used in class many times before, and it gives typical type of questions like this. Check this out. All right, so I have this first question. Let's do this. Right, a bicycle is on sale for $189.50. The sales tax rate is 5%. What is the total price? Okay, so you have a bike that's this amount, and you also see a percent. So if you remember the setup, first thing you do is what I would do in order to make this easier for myself is I'm going to go ahead and set up my two fractions. Okay, so I have my two fractions like this, and remember the 100 is always going to go on the bottom of here. The percent is always going to go on top of that. And what percent are we looking at in this problem? We're looking at 5%. Okay, so 5%. Okay, so and then you look for the other total amount that's in your word problem because that has to go over here. Total 100 equals total. Okay, the total of this bike that's on sale was $189.50, right? So that one's going to go over here, 189.50. That's supposed to be 5. All right. And then the question, to make sure you have X in the right spot, the sales tax is 5%. What is the total price? So what is the total price with the sales tax added to it? Well, first you got to figure how much the sales tax is. And again, you put everything in the right order. If you figure out what X is, because remember, sales tax is 5%. If we figure out X is, that's giving us the amount of tax that we need to add on to the sales price of the bike. But first you have to figure out how much that is. Remember to cross multiply and divide. Here we go. Okay, so remember you cross multiply by two numbers that you can see diagonally, not X and 100. It's going to be 5 and 5 times the 189.50, right? And that gave me $947.50. But don't forget, you have to divide too, and you're always going to divide by that 100. So I'm going to take that answer divided by 100. Okay. Now, what happened is when I divided by 100, that made X equal $9 and about 46 cents. I got 9.475, so I'm round. So I'm going to round 9.475 to $9.48. So $9.48. Okay. So what you just figured out was that 5% of $189.50 is $9.48. What is our question asking us again? What's the total price with the sales tax? Remember, there's your total price, but with the sales tax. Remember, tax is something we add on, right? So what do you think we're going to do? Exactly. We're going to add on the $9.48 to $189.50. So 189, wow, 189.50 plus 5% tax, which you now know is $9.48. Okay, so that was not what I meant to do, but I didn't know I could do that with this program. It's quite interesting. I got distracted. Okay, so here we go. In fact, I'll just get rid of this. Sorry, that's my dog, Luna. So saving time because you know I can't add, multiply, or subtract without some problems. I have 189.50 minus $9.48. $98.48. Okay, so now I know with the sales tax I will be paying for this bicycle. All right, 189. 189.50 plus the tax of $9.48. So put those together, I have $198.98. So what's the total price of the bike? That bike was on sale for $189.50. I had to figure out the 5% sales tax by doing a proportion. Then I add that amount, once I figured out how much money that really is, to the original price, sale price. And so that's what gave me 198.98. It's supposed to be a name. Not as easy writing with this, okay? So let's try another one just in case. If you're into it, hey, I'm going to keep going. And then, wait a minute. I got to show you the, one of the loves of my life because she's being loud. Luna. This is Luna. So Luna is our dog. And Luna. Yes, you will. Mommy loves you. I don't know what. I love this dog. And I got this weird fascination with sniffing ears. I know. Go away. Be good. So, before time runs out, let's see if I can do another one real quick, okay? So, let's take a look at the second one. Okay, so, this is one of those going out to dinner with your friends type of questions, right? Okay. So, yeah, I'm telling you, ladies, we can handle this. All right, here we go. Okay, so it says Rose and her friends are eating out for dinner. The bill is $48.80. They want to leave a 20% tip. How much should they leave for the tip? All right, so remember the first thing that you're going to do is always set up your fractions. This equals this. You know the 100 is going to go here. The percent, wherever it is, there it is, will go here, okay? The other total, which is the bill, will go here because this total should equal this total, right? So I got 45.80. There you go. And so that means you're figuring out what this is. And what this setup tells me is that I want to know what 20% of $45.80 is. So again, we will cross multiply divide. See, 20 times the 45.80, right? That gave me 916. Now divide by that 100. Divide by 100, and that gave me $9.16. If you pick up on it, when we divide by 100, we're really only moving the decimal place over 2 times. But to keep with the flow and the method, as I do in my class, I explain it to them, but allow them to still, use a calculator if needed, just to divide by the 100. So I know that X is $9.16, okay? So remember, that's the tip. So 20% of $45.80 is $9.16, right? And sometimes you got to be careful with these word problems because it's not asking you for the total, right? Because if you first just wanted to jump and say, here's the bill, now I know that 20% tip will be $9.60 and put it all together, that would be correct if the question was asking for the total. But you look carefully, it doesn't. This question is just asking how much should they leave for a tip. You've already figured it out. They should leave $9.16. Watch out for those tricky type of questions that don't really ask you for the total. Really, they're just looking for, that's supposed to be a 1. I'm going to give up one right now. No, I'm not. Okay. So sometimes you got to watch out for these tricky type of word problems, which are, in the GED math section, all the time for those that still looking forward to taking that part of the test or whichever academic program you're in. You still got to figure out if it's asking for the whole thing or are you really just solving for X? Okay. So the last one that I have time for, look at this. Rick bought 3 shirts for $18, right? 2 pairs of socks for $3.99. $3.99 a pair, and a pair of slacks for $45. The sales tax is $8.5. How much did he pay? Watch out for tricky questions like this, because you have to figure out their total first. Okay? That's $45 for slacks, right? But remember, you would have to add on 3 shirts at $18. So that's 18, 18, 18, right? And 2 pairs of socks for $3.99. So $3.99 and another $3.99. Figure out how much he spent all together. My time's running out on the video. And then once you have that, you have the total, okay? And then you know where the 8.5 goes. I wish you luck.